Hi viewers, welcome to our evening live discussion debate. ఈరోజు ప్రతిరోజులానే ట్యూటర్స్ ప్రైడ్ తన చర్చా వేదికల్లో భాగంగా సమాజానికి అవసరమైనటువంటి సమాజంలో జరుగుతున్నటువంటి ప్రతి మార్పు మీద ప్రతిరోజు ఆయా రంగాలలో నిష్ణాతులైనటువంటి అద్భుతమైనటువంటి వ్యక్తుల సమాహారంతో డిస్కషన్ని మొదలుపెట్టడం జరుగుతుంది. ఈరోజు మనం వెరీ 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 ఇంపార్టెంట్ టాపిక్ అయినటువంటి ఈ కోవిడ్ టైంలో భారతదేశంలో 122 మిలియన్ల అభ్యర్థులు తమ ఉద్యోగాలను కోల్పోవడం జరిగింది. కోవిడ్ యొక్క ఎఫెక్ట్ ప్రతి అభ్యర్థి మీద ఎలా చూపిస్తుందో కంపెనీల మీద కూడా ఇండైరెక్ట్ గా ఆ విధంగానే చూపిస్తుంది. కొంతమంది ఉద్యోగాన్ని కోల్పోతే మరి కొంతమంది డౌన్ సైజింగ్ ద పెన్ అనే ప్రక్రియలో భాగంగా కంపెనీలు అప్పటి వరకు పనిచేస్తున్నటువంటి కొంతమంది అభ్యర్థులను తీసివేయడం జరిగింది. ఇది ప్రపంచవ్యాప్తంగా 40% వరకు ఉందని ఒక అంచనా. సో ఈ విషయం మీద మనతో డిస్కస్ చేయడానికి మన స్టూడియోకి వచ్చి ఉన్నటువంటి శ్రీ వేణుగోపాలరావు గారు, సజ్జా వేణుగోపాలరావు. నమస్కారం అండి.
నమస్తే అండి. నమస్తే. హలో అండి. నమస్తే.
శ్రీ సజ్జా వేణుగోపాలరావు గారు, ఆయన బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ మనం చూసినట్లయితే వెటరన్, ఒక భారతదేశపు రక్షణ వ్యవస్థలైనటువంటి నేవల్ వెటరన్ గా పనిచేయడం జరిగింది. అదే అనుభవంతో, అదే క్రమశిక్షణతో ప్రగతి గ్రూప్ ఆఫ్ రిసార్ట్స్ కంపెనీస్, ఆ కంపెనీలో హెచ్ఆర్ బాధ్యతలు నిర్వహిస్తూనే కంపెనీ సిఇఓగా పనిచేస్తున్నారు. వారు ఇండస్ట్రీకి ఏం కావాలి, ఇండస్ట్రీ నుండి విద్యార్థులకు అంటే క్యాంపస్ నుంచి వచ్చే వాళ్ళకి మధ్యలో ఉండే గ్యాప్ ఏముంది, ఆ గ్యాప్ ని ఎలా పూరించాలి అనే విషయం గురించి మనతో మాట్లాడుతున్నాం. అలాగే 1,00,000+ అని చెప్పాలి అభ్యర్థులతో ముఖాముఖి పరిచయం ఉంది. వారిని కాలేజ్ నుండి జాబ్ క్యాంపస్ గా పంపించడంలో అందవేసిన చెయ్యి మన శంకర్ గారు, హెచ్ఆర్ ట్రైనర్. ఆయన కూడా మనతో పాటు అందుబాటులో ఉన్నారు. ఆయనకి మన వేణుగోపాలరావు గారి మధ్యలో ఒక గ్యాప్ ఉంది. అంటే ఇండస్ట్రీ ఏం కావాలనుకుంటుంది, ప్రజల దగ్గర అంటే విద్యార్థుల దగ్గర ఏముంది, ఈ గ్యాప్ అనే వాళ్ళ డిస్కషన్ లో మనం ఈరోజు చూద్దాము. వెల్కమ్ టు శంకర్ గారు.
హలో అండి. నమస్తే అండి.
సో హావ్ ఇయర్స్ ఈరోజు మన గెస్ట్ ఇద్దరు వాళ్ళ పరిచయంతో ఈ కార్యక్రమాన్ని మొదలు పెడతారు. మీకు ఏమైనా సందేహాలు ఉన్నట్లయితే ఈ సందేహాలను కింద నుండే చాట్ బాక్స్ లో కానీ కామెంట్ బాక్స్ లో కానీ పోస్ట్ చేయండి. మన డిబేట్ ప్యానలిస్ట్ అడిగి మనం ఆ సందేహాలకు నివృత్తి తెలుసుకుందాం. అలాగే ట్యూటర్స్ ప్రైడ్ ఛానల్ ఎప్పటి వరకు మీరు సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేయనట్లయితే సబ్స్క్రైబ్ టు ట్యూటర్స్ ప్రైడ్. ఇది మీకు బాగా నచ్చినట్లయితే లైక్ చేయండి. ఈ ఛానల్ ఎవరికైనా ఉపయోగపడుతుంది అనుకుంటే ప్లీజ్ షేర్ టు దెమ్. ఇది షేర్ చేయడం ద్వారా ఒక నిరుద్యోగ యువకుని యొక్క జీవితంలో మార్పు వస్తుందని మేము భావిస్తున్నాం. మీరు ఖచ్చితంగా వాళ్ళకి కంపెనీ డిఫరెన్స్ ఇచ్చినట్టే అవుతుంది. థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్. సార్, మీ గురించి మీ మాటల్లో చెప్పండి.
హలో, హాయ్ అండి. ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్, I should congratulate Dr. Ankam Garu for organizing such a wonderful programs. Everybody is scared about going the places and all. So, but still we require to know the things, what's happening and what is the way forward. And he's creating this platform to bring all the industry experts and specialists. And he's creating that opportunity to share their views so that, many people know about it, what is going what is going on and what are the things to be done and all. So that way I congratulate you, sir, for all your team, yourself. And coming to my introduction, as Dr. Ankaram sir has shared you just now, there's a small correction in that. I'm not a CEO of Pragati Group. So I'm head HR of the Pragati Group, and also I'm taking care of the business development. So I come from with a defense background. I was in the Navy for 23 years. I served on board naval warships and command headquarters, naval headquarters, and even College of Defense Management in my last leg of service in Secunderabad. So I have about 23 years experience in the Navy in the personnel and administration, and about 10 plus years at experience, in the corporate HR. So I happened to join Pragati Group as a group head HR, and the Pragati is, I think, very well-known brand. You all know we are into the hospitality and reality, and also we have a manufacturing units at Ballari, and we are also into the health segment. We have a biopharma projects and products. We have healthcare products. So maybe I will share about Pragati in other occasions. So now the main occasion here we are all here is, see, the industry. What is the way forward in this crisis? Like what is actually the problem area now? Problem area is the unemployment. I mean to say employment is the problem. So we all know, like, there is a term called unemployment and employability. Okay, so in fact there is no employment problem in India before the COVID. Precisely, if you talk, there is always a problem in the employability skills. So there is a gap between what industry wants and what the skill set the people are passing out from the colleges, universities, and what they're carrying. So that is been absolute gap, even post COVID and pre COVID, whatever it is there. So basically we need to understand the skills what are required for the employment. So those things are to be developed in the very phase of the education. So the system, whatever, like we are coming with new education policy, I hope it's addressing most of the gaps. So when you have this industry exposure, when you have the practical environment, so then the students will get an opportunity to see the environment practically, and they also understand. So we have a lot of pathways to get into the industry exposures, like internships, job trainees, all those things are there. But there should be a very proper structured way where these things are made mandatory, so that people will be forced to get into that environment and develop those skills. So that is one thing. And second thing, what I see, we have actually a lot of copycat thing, like we know that especially the Telugu states, our ultimate aim is to make your children either engineer or doctor. So that is what has been the trend. So now we understand what is the gap in the industry also, like so there are a lot of new avenues are coming, new concepts are coming. There's a lot of new careers are coming up, because everything is based on the addressing any problem, right? So any opportunity, how people make a business is there is some problem area, and where you have the answer, where you have a goods and services. So you are going to bridge that gap with your goods and services. That is how the new businesses also concepts are coming up. So in this scenario, so we as a parents, we have to give free hand to the child, and also we need to understand what is the aptitude of the child. So everybody should not expect to go in a particular stream, and so we should not thrust our wish or ambition on our children. So that is one thing where if we can give that clarity in the student life onwards, and they will really, we can have a lot of potential people coming up in all the areas, not only in particular one stream, but all the areas wherever we see the scope is there, progress is there. And because in the economy, in a country, or in the system, everybody is required. So we now nobody is interested doing in agriculture. So how we are going to sustain? Because agriculture is a core, right? So in the pandemic, we have seen all the world countries, they're all shut down, and India having 135 crores of population. It's really our fortunate. We are very fortunate to have a base of agriculture. Otherwise there could have been a much more number of deaths, hunger deaths, than the COVID. So we must understand, like all the areas, even the education, even the agricultural can be even the agriculture taken up as a profession. And we are seeing a lot of now, after this COVID effect, a lot of professionals, even IT professionals, they're diversifying their attention. They're seeing that, yes, where are the opportunities there. See, the COVID, of course, it is a very unfortunate thing to happen, and a lot of lakhs of people died. But if you look at other side, there is a very, very drastic shift of people thinking about life, understanding philosophy of what is life all about. So now we understand the otherwise the race was only to create wealth and have the materialistic things and all. So now we came to know, almost most of the people came to know, like, it is not that. The ultimate thing is that health, that is what it is required. If you don't have health, irrespective of your wealth, there's no use. So
yes, what I came to know from this COVID scenario, there is a paradigm shift.
Absolutely.
The shift has come now. Now I request our Shankar sir, please introduce himself.
Sure.
And the background of the discussion also.
Okay. Hello, viewers, and welcome to this channel. My name is Uday Shankar, and I have around 18 years plus experience in the HR industry. I have worked for different consulting companies wherein we used to support different clients. Actually, different clients means, as we are based out in Hyderabad and India, we used to support good amount of clients which are spread across in Indian market, especially in terms of hiring actually. So my major focus is to interact with the client and understand their needs, understand their requirements, and support them as per their hiring needs. There are a lot of transitions are happening actually due to this COVID and pandemic. And due to this pandemic and COVID situation, a lot of people, as Dr. Ankam has correctly said, 122 million people have lost their jobs. These are the people who are working, and other than that, around 35.7 million people or crowd has came out of the college. What about them? There is a lot of difference between, in terms of expectations, what the employers are expecting and what the candidates syllabus talks about. There is a lot of gap is there. So that syllabus or that gap, we need to definitely cover up. There is a lot of gap in terms of understanding the student's mindset in terms of transforming towards an employee mindset, and employers' expectation from a graduate, or you can say fresh graduate, or you can say the people who are right now working, and in terms of their expectations. There is a lot of transformations are happening due to this post-COVID actually. A lot of business transformations, a lot of nature of business is a lot of changing actually. So people who lost their jobs or who wanted to get into their first job, there are a lot of skill sets, the requirement changes are happening now and then. So whatever the skill sets were required in 2019 or 18, if you compare with 2020, there are a lot of different skill sets. If you talk about social skill sets, if you talk about, or if you talk about soft skill sets, what exactly is required in 2020, they are different. I was reading recently the LinkedIn 2020 top skill sets which are required in a soft skills. That could be a creativity, that could be adaptability, that could be self-discipline, because people are not working under one roof right now. People are working remotely, so they should be self-disciplined, they should be adaptable, they should creative, they should be having a good skill sets in terms of collaboration. So these are the top skill sets which are evolving now and then, and people should understand groom themselves as per the need of the industry, need of the time, market dynamics, understand themselves, mold themselves accordingly so that they can hit their first job soon, or if they got stuck up in one of the company with not much financial growth or not role growth, they can have these top skill sets and work on it, mold on it, and I'm sure you're going to hit your goal soon.
Yes, sir. Hi, viewers. ఇప్పుడు మన ముందుగా మన స్టూడియోలో ఎవరికి ఏం కావాలి అనేది తెలుసుకోవడానికి మన వేణుగోపాలరావు గారు. సో ఉద్యోగానికి వెళ్ళే వాళ్ళకి ఏం మిస్ అవుతుంది, ఏం ఇవ్వాలి అని తెలియజేసేటువంటి మన శంకర్ గారు, ఇద్దరు దిగ్గజాలు మన దగ్గర ఉన్నారు. సో మీకు ఏం కావాలనేది జస్ట్ ఇన్ఫార్మ్ us. They are there on the way. I hope you definitely enjoy the session. Thank you, sir. Please start. If it is comfortable, please.
Yeah. Yeah, if you start, okay. So if you have to talk about the impact of this COVID-19 on the job market, so see the whole it's a hit for the whole economy in worldwide, even Indian economy is not exceptional. So
Yes.
so what I feel like the employees right now they are into a very puzzled mindset, like whether, because if you look at some figures, I would like to share some figures on this. There about 80% of urban economy is affected because of this employment, because in the beginning of this, and the 54% of jobs in the rural economy, most of which were casual employment,
Contract employment.
yeah. And then CMI, this is the Center for Monitoring Indian Economy, has estimated about it's 121.5 million were lost due to COVID-19 lockdown in April. So that's the static says, and it is narrowed down to 100.3 million in May 20. Yeah. Now in June it is 29.9 million June. And if you look at the whole scenario, like the total jobs lost, so they're saying that it actually cover all the jobs. Then if you say monthly salarized employees, okay, so they are about 21% of this employment in the whole job market.
Economy.
So, yeah. So now in April they were about 17.7 million jobs they lost, these employee segments, and by July it has gone up to 18.9, it's up to close to 19 millions. So now you say in 11 million jobs or in the urban sector, and 8 million jobs are in the rural sector. This is what they are. This is what it is, the static says.
Yeah.
So now if you look at the whole scenario, like what is the possibility of that these people are getting back to the jobs, regular jobs. So the problem, because of this economic crunches, and most of the companies, the MSME, especially MSMEs and small companies, they are in crunch of funds, and there are many of the companies they have winded up.
Correct.
So there is no scope of the people who are associated in this level jobs coming back. So we can only hope some sectors like which are slowly coming back on the track, so can get this. So if you take about the worst hit sectors like hospitality,
yeah,
healthcare is the moving sector,
right?
Because now everybody is understood that the health is the top priority and the need of the hour. So healthcare sector anyway it's booming. Wellness sector for that matter. So there are some sectors which are actually doing well. In contrary, if you look at the sectors like hospitality, tourism, and the real estate, and you name, barring 2-3 sectors, it is all hit, because the construction sector, like it's a real estate. So the real estate is actually backbone of the economy, right? So if no land is sold, there is no revenue for the government.
Correct.
Okay, if no house is constructed, there is no work for people, and there is no work for so many ancillary units depending upon the real estate. So now we are seeing the reports that, in particularly if you take in Hyderabad, around 40 to 43% is downtrend in the real estate job sector in the economy, I'd say.
Right.
So these are all, directly or indirectly affecting the job market, and this is cascading effect. Like when people don't have the job, so there is no economic activity happening, and so that is how we see a very dilemma now in this, how this is going to come back, whether it is going to come back within 2-3 months time frame, or it's going to take long, because there the contradicting statements given by, even the WHO says it's going to be 10 years. So that's something which is very, very bothering statement from
True.
the WHO. And few countries, like including India and a lot of the countries, they are coming up with the vaccine, giving a hope, like, yes, this is going to be soon, we are going to eliminate this COVID. So that is one very positive hope other side.
Okay.
So we are really, we are not even the vaccines which are coming in the market, or whatever, now the countries that have declared they're into the third stage, but really it's nothing is authenticated, like whether it is going to work as a preventive
Concrete one.
concrete. Yeah. So even I was interacting a couple of my senior colleagues and all in the industry also. There are people who understand the economy trends and all. Everybody's an opinion, like it will take a minimum 2 to 3 months time to come to at least come to an opinion, like, yes, this is going to be the next. So this 2-3 months is going to be a really vacuum.
Okay. Because as I'm also from the same industry where we work with different companies in terms of meeting their hiring numbers.
Right.
On an average, every year the market or the specific client, if you talk about any IT clients, Tech Mahindra or Oracle or Microsoft or anything, every year they start hiring from April onwards till November 23rd or 24th, till the Thanksgiving Day. The most of the hirings will happen during that period for their new projects or new products. Rest of the time, post Thanksgiving Day till your Shankranti, Indian market Shankranti, they all backfills. If anyone has resigned, so clients will try to fill those positions only. That is known as a backfills. And most of the hirings which happen from April to Thanksgiving Day are basically for the new positions or the new projects which client has bagged. Right. So I'm in the same industry, but if you see, when we were working with a lot of clients, right now the clients are very reluctant to share their openings. The reasons are, most of the clients are working from home. The inputs or the insights what I have received from my clients are, they are going to work from home till March 2021. So till that time, whatever the positions they are hiring, they are just focusing on their existing clients. Like how I am working with my existing clients and taking care of it, the same way the existing clients are taking care of their existing clients. Means they are not targeting or they are not working on the pipeline for their new projects. They are just taking care of their existing projects and running the show. So roughly 90 to 95% the hirings are not happening from April 2020 till your Thanksgiving Day.
Right.
Most of the hirings, or you can say Indian hirings, are really scrapped. Everything is not wherever the companies, whichever the companies are hiring, only they are only taking care of their existing projects. Okay, someone has resigned. Okay, try to fill this gap. That's it. So the entire market of Indian economy or the entire hiring is right now totally sleeping down. The markets are likely to open up somewhere from March end 2021. But I think it's a good honeymoon period for those people, or those people who are freshers who passed out in 2020, who has passed out, because the Indian mindset or the graduate mindset is, okay, I'm a graduate, now I wanted an employment. As you rightly pointed out, Unemployment and employability are two different jargons.
Absolutely.
Unemployment states only how much percentage of the people are not employed. Employability skills is the word which talks about, okay, these are the skill sets what are required within an individual to get employed.
Right.
So I think this is a very definitely, no one has expected this COVID will come or pandemic situation will come. It's one kind of a lesson for us. Parallelly, the people who passed out in 2020, they should use this time for their betterment. They should transform, or they should understand what exactly the skill sets are required to get into an industry. Because because anyhow the companies are not hiring, so you no need to worry, okay, within 1 month I should be ready, right? So there are different kind of a skill sets. There are different kind of a technical skills, or there you can say different kind of a hard skills are there, soft skills are there. So this is one lesson for all people like us on the globe. Parallelly, people who are the graduates who passed out, you try to utilize this time to work on yourself, mold yourself in terms of understanding your soft skills or understanding your hard skills or the technical skills. You spend your enough time to groom yourself so that the moment the market opens up, might be next 3 months to 6 months, the market opens up. I think even though you take market is going to open up in 180 days, in 6 months means around 180 days. 180 days is more than sufficient for you to plan, prepare yourself, mold yourself, and get ready as compared to market. So don't run too fast to hit the market. Take your own time. 3 to 6 months you are having in your own hands. Prepare yourself what exactly is required. Network well, because there is a concept, if you are not networking, you are simply not working. In the same way, your total network is your entire net worth. So understand the depthness of the statement, work towards your network. I'm sure everyone is having the Facebook account. Parallelly, you should have your LinkedIn account also. Work on your network, because this is the network, or this is a network which is going to help you. You can change the company, but your LinkedIn network or your Facebook network or your WhatsApp network will be remain with you even though you change your organization. So spend your amount of time, your valuable time, in developing those networks. Anything you want to add?
Absolutely. You're very, very well said. Because if you have to win the war, you have to sweat in the peace. So it's the preparedness what you make you, to get anything. So otherwise, see, this is the gap. What many people see now, it is up to the person's perception how you see this gap. It is an excellent opportunity to equip yourself, whatever the deficiencies or what are the things required, what are the new skills you have to acquire. And everybody knows that we have the self-assessment. We know that where we are strong, where we are weak, and what are the things we have to improve upon and all. So there will not be any best time except this time. This time is the best time to bridge that gap, and there are a lot of education available on net. There are a lot of webinars are going on. So if you can really improve upon whatever the skill set you want. So its only thing is that you need to have a proper planning and execution. So these are the two things which is going to help the people now who are looking for the opportunities going forward. And I also feel that, employment, yes, it's required, but there are a lot of other avenues. Like if you are capable of exploring yourself, you want to invent yourself, you want to know your potential, you can always try in other ways. You can see it's a kind of learning and earning, and the things. There are a lot of other new business concepts are coming up. So you can actually collaborate with the people. You can also collaborate with people who are actually experimenting the things. You can always so maybe a small investment or something, whatever it is there, but that will actually give you a good association of thinking out of box and what other things can be done. So I would strongly recommend people to explore in that way. Okay, employment, see, you can't wait for a long time to get the employment and all. Okay, so now right now what is the the capabilities you have, and what is the opportunity. Okay, so we can do a lot of things. If you can just remove something blockage in your mind, there are a lot of opportunities opened up even in this situation. So I would recommend all of you to explore new avenues. And if you look at, I will just give an example of looking at the things in a different perspective. See, you're always getting employment, getting employment, or you're but you can actually make something balanced, kind of a social enterprises. Now we know that there is a lot of gap in the social sector. They have, of course, they have some government funding is there. There are some NGOs working, and there is a CSR concept and all. If you look at that segment, it is grossly neglected. And that is the one sector what I would like to the youth, young people to look at. You get a sense of fulfillment, you get a career. Of course, there are social enterprises which are for profit, non-profit. So you can select, you can see the way, you can what are the opportunities and that. So that will be something which will be very, very interactive. You will be really interacting with the people, to the down level people and needy people, and you can actually define something, design something, and you can. There are people who wants to actually help out these people, right? And the people who are looking for the help. So what you have to do? You have to understand. You have to understand where you can intervene, where you can contribute, where you can collaborate, and where you can bring that impact in the lives of people. So that is one area where, of course, even you, if you are working also, so that factor should everybody should have. That is what I mean to say. And some people who, if somebody wants to make a career in this segment, there's a lot of opportunities, a lot of support systems are coming. And if somebody is interested, you can anybody can connect with me personally. So I have a reasonable exposure in this segment. In fact, my daughter is herself, she is studying in Tata Institute of Social Sciences, being from the chartered accountancy profession. So we have a lot of thoughts to collaborate, and we can do that collaborative, that change. So that is what one thing I want to tell. Desperation, something to happen and all. So you can create the opportunities. Now wherever you see, even the rural segment, if you see, there is a marketing facilities are not there. There's a lot of produce coming on every day, and there's a lot of requirement of a healthy food. Now people are thriving for a healthy food.
Organic.
So you can actually I know few NGOs like Keti, they are engaged in the segment. They actually give the training to the farmers and different areas, different crops. They give that knowledge, and they give the financial assistance, and they grow very good quality vegetables, and they supply. So it is empowering the farmers, and you are at the same time you are also enabling them to have healthy food. Even the farmer, when they grows, they will have it. Otherwise, there's a disconnect, like what they grow, what they eat, and also like when you get a professional knowledge, technical support, even so that way we can contribute. Like you can there's a lot. Other thing is that there's a e-commerce platform nowadays, so people can take that opportunities. Like the lot of opportunities are there. If you go on the net, you get a lot of opportunities saying, how can you leverage? Like everybody need not to be into manufacturing.
Correct.
So and there's a lot of supply chains, marketing channels are involved in that. So
True.
you can identify good products. You can actually promote those products. You can even go for a contract manufacturing if your volumes are growing. Then you can leverage it to the e-commerce. So there are a lot of ideas like where you can push yourself and explore those things. Correct. So that is what yes, if somebody, we all know that the jobs there, when we know that there is a tough situation, and when we do not know what is going to separate the things and all. So it's always sensible that to work on alternatives and see that how you can. There's nothing like, it's a confirmed thing, like you have to do job only. It's okay. So it is good even if you are working also, if you can make some different source of income. So that is always a plus point, because we never know what the situation is happening now, what are the economy is going, and how the industries are responding, and also always to give you that assurance that at least you are not in a position to run your family or whatever the thing responsibility you have. So yeah, even housewives, they have a lot of talent, and now there are a lot of opportunities, like when now everybody is using smartphones, the YouTube channels, and so you can promote anything. You can actually teach many things, because many people have a lot of talent. So you can make, see, even my daughter, she learns music. She's in UK, so she's learning music. Class is conducted from Mumbai.
See the comments also.
It's a
Okay.
Direct comments on display అవుతుంది.
Okay. And వెళ్తున్నది అదా పైది. Okay.
You can follow that.
yeah.
The screen off చేస్తాం.
Okay.
Should I continue? Yeah. So now see the physical things are not happening. Like a lot of sensible things are coming up. Even music classes, they're conducting online. So you have the technology. You have to explore those opportunity areas where you can try out the things in a better way. Like so that is how I would really suggest you have to open up your mind, and you come out of the box and see what are the things that what you want in life. So that is one thing you have to relate. See, if you see, there's a proverb in English: if you don't like what you do, you will never succeed in your life. That's as simple as it. So if your passion is your work, then that is the thing which there's high probability of success and also fulfillment of yourself. So that is one area I wanted to tell the young people. And yes, the people who are coming or passing out from the colleges and all, yes, you guys need not to be upset, like it's only happened with us. The moment it's a time for us to get the employment, it's happening. So many people have that, it's all bad like happening. So it could happen even after you joined also. So after maybe a couple of months it could happen. Okay, so it's all time. So you need not to get discouraged about those things. So you have to take the life the way it comes, and you have to have the strength to face anything, and prepare yourself. So that is what the message I want to give.
Okay, that sounds pretty good. As Mr. Venu is insisting that don't look only for the job. See, definitely everyone, as we the most of the Indian mindset, or most of the people's mindset, if we particularly talking about in India, everyone wanted a job. It could be a full-time job, or it could be a part-time job. His inputs are towards, why don't you have one more alternate? See, definitely everyone whosoever are having a bike or a car, definitely will be having an additional tire. What exactly it means? It's like additional, if something goes wrong to one tire or anything, we can utilize that. Same way, definitely everyone's job is to get into a job, because that's the way our education system is going on, until unless we are from a business background, or from a manufacturing background, or an industrial background. Definitely, but don't keep your segment only I want only job. Along with the job, try to explore about yourself, what skill sets you are having, because everything is going remotely, everything is going virtually. People are doing wonders from their home with a small investment of their mobile phone, which definitely comes with iOS or an Android, and people are doing a lot of things from that phone through simple internet connection. You can sell, or you can promote, you can teach, you can learn, you can earn. So try to figure out that. And I no need to tell the fresh graduates, because more than us, more than our generation, I think you guys know very well how to use the technology, right? So a lot of things are happening virtually. Previously, a lot of things were happening virtually with a certain extent, certain percentage, 20% or 25%, or you can say 15%. But right now, due to this COVID and pandemic situation, everyone has opened their eyes. COVID has made us to open our 4 eyes in place of 2 eyes to understand how we can survive, how we can sustain, what are the other things we can do along with our job or without our job, because we have to run our show, right? We have to make our bread and butter earn with either job or without job. So what is the other way? What is the other way to have your funnel, especially for your money flow? So there are a lot of things have been there. If you and a lot of people are there who are regularly doing webinars. If you are there on Facebook, if you are there on LinkedIn, there are a lot of webinars are happening which are purely free of cost. You just have you just need a mobile phone with a proper internet connection. You can acquire knowledge. You can acquire knowledge in any part of industry, any industry. It could be HR industry, it could be recruitment industry, it could be online platform like Amazon or a Flipkart. How the things are happening. Same way, upgrade yourself, understand what are the different tools and technologies are available to run your show, explore yourself, understand your area of interest, your passion, and how you can manage those things virtually in this virtual world. Because once this transformation is happening due to this COVID, if you take an example of a Cognizant or a TCS, in 2020 they made mandatory to their 25% of the workforce to work from the home, and they have a target. They kept themselves a target to increase that 25% to 80% workforce work from home by 2024. So a lot of transformations are going to happen. Lot of things are going to happen virtually from your home, from your bedroom or from your drawing hall. So a lot of things are going to happen. Only the productivity should be sustaining or it should be improvised. Because nowadays people or the entrepreneurs or the investors are not bothered from where you are working. Are you going to work 8 hours or 9 hours? They wanted a specific productivity out of your 8 hours. That is very much possible provided you have a good internet connection, you have a good laptop, you are self-disciplined, you are able to deliver your work with a less amount of supervision. So there are definitely the works are going to come up virtually that you can work from home, but again you should have a different skill set along with your technical skill set. You should have your self disciplined. You should be working in a good collaborative way, because these are the skill sets which are required as per LinkedIn 2020 report. You should be good in creativity, you should good in collaborative skill sets, you should good in emotional intelligence, because you should know how you can collaborate, or you should know how to work with your juniors. You should understand their emotional intelligence. That will help you to perceive their skill set, evaluate and respond, because at the end of the day you are going to work with your team. They are the human machines. So you should be very good in understanding the emotional intelligence, collaborative way, team management way, creativity. So along with the technology, now the human intelligence or the emotional intelligence is going to play an important way, or you can say NLP, neuro linguistic programming. So these are the certain things which each and everyone who is going to work from home should adopt, understand these skill sets. Because going back to the office, I think definitely it can take 6 months, or might be it can take 2 years. We don't have really the control on it. But definitely by seeing the perception or how the companies are moving towards it, because roughly 20 to 30% of the organizations which are operating from their offices, they made transformation to work from home. Already the transformation got started from last 3 months. As of now, 10%. Few companies are operating from home from 10 months, from 10%, 20%. This is going to increase, means dependency at the employer's office, the dependency is going reduced, because everyone is bothered about the productivity, the results. You work from your home, you work 8 hours, or you work 10 hours, or you work 6 hours. That is fading away slowly. But they want the productivity, and that is only possible if you are up to date or upgraded yourself as per your latest technologies. And you should have a good internet connection and a good laptop. plus self-disciplined. If you have all these skill sets, I don't think getting a job would be difficult for you. Only the certain things cannot be in our control. That could be time, 3 months or 6 months. If you're not getting calls or if you're not getting interview calls, assume that it's a honeymoon period for you. Understand, attend as much as webinars as possible. If certain areas are there where you think training is required, spend some amount of time, because you need to invest certain amount in getting training yourself, because there is a good proverb in English: training is costlier, but not to train is a still costlier. Just to save 5,000 of rupees, assuming there is a project, you can get a job by investing 5,000, you learn the technology. But why to spend 5,000 if you kept that thing in your mindset? If you don't invest that amount of your time and money, there is a possibility that that skill set is required or is focused from that particular employer. You cannot have that skill set because you're not invested. So think from that perspective. Training is costlier, but not to train is still costlier. So if there is certain amount is required for you to get trained, to be at a par with the crowd which employers can focus, you have to invest. There is no option. There is no optional thing. You need a job, you have to invest for your betterment. That's what I feel.
Yeah, absolutely. So now let's come to a scenario where, yes, people are low. No, they have fixed, like, we want to go for the jobs, right? So these are all experimenting, all those risky things. So our ultimate aim is to get some job and have a career. Then we will think, after some time, if we are capable of doing something, we'll explore and all. So, okay. Now let's come to the point of now when these people have to come back to these jobs, like, so even pre-COVID or post-COVID, what we see in the organization as a HR professional, usually candidates, they don't go through the job description, what it is given. They apply random. So that is one thing which actually, it's a useless effort. If you are not understanding what is the job description, job specification, what is the requirements, and what is the number of years experience they're expecting, what is the education qualification they're expecting, and what is the KSCs, that is knowledge, skills, and attributes required for the particular job role, then you're just applying random. It doesn't serve any purpose. It will go in garbage. So if you are to really serious about that position, suppose when you are applying to a job, so you must thoroughly understand the JD, job description. And most of the companies, all process-driven companies, they have a proper job description. You can understand, you can even assess the company's level by seeing the job description.
Perfect.
Whether this company is organized, is disorganized, you can just make out from the JD what company releases. So you will have the proper JD will have each and every details of that, the whatever I told, and in addition there will be whom you will be reporting, what will be your level, what is your span of control, and what are the additional qualifications that knowledge levels what we require. So all those things will be properly covered in the job description. So when as a candidate, when you look at the job description, you must be able to assess yourself whether I will be able to fit into this JD, this position or not. If you are not, then better don't apply it.
That's perfect.
So then that's a good opportunity for you also to understand what are the laxities that you are you have for the job. So how you can improve. See, they're asking, what are the things they're asking? You see, they want a good command, control, communication skill, organizing skill, leadership skill, people skill. So these are the things what are required. Wherever you see that, okay, then these are the things I can improve. So by studying the job descriptions of different companies, you can really come to know what are the skill set is required for the industry, what they are looking for from the candidates, and what the candidates have. So if you're able to bridge that gap, you can make effort to understand that and bridge that gap.
Correct.
So your probability of shortlisting not selection, shortlisting.
Slightly improvement.
Yeah, it's better. Then come to the interviewing process, whatever. The communication between the company and the candidate. So you are good, you are matching the skills. Okay, you have been shortlisted, you're lucky enough. So you get a call from the company for an interview. Then what is your preparation? So you just applied, you don't remember sometimes, where did you apply and where you're getting it. So you see when why this will happen, because you are not focused, you are just applying and just putting one stone and seeing. Okay, so don't do that. That doesn't any purpose. So you have to be very target oriented, which job you want to do, what level you want to do, what is the salary range you are looking at. Don't compromise in all those things. Then when you are fixed this, then you see those jobs. Just don't randomly apply. Okay, when you got the interview call, if you are thorough enough assessing yourself to that position, then you will get that confidence that you will get a call.
True.
When you said yes, I will be the top 10 people to be shortlisted, then definitely you will get. Then what you have to do? Then your preparation starts. It is not that you, when you're there, then you have to start. What do you prepare? First, to know about the company. First, you have to go to the, even while applying only, before applying only, you have to do that. But especially when you get this, if it is necessary that, sir, your screen is off. One second. Let me go through this comment. What is that? Is it necessary that new job opportunities are created? If yes, why can't they go back to their previous professions?
Krishna Teja.
Is it necessary that new job opportunities are created? If yes, why can't they go back to their previous? They can go. What is the problem? If new job opportunities are created, okay, we'll come back. Okay, so when you get a call for interviews, and what is your preparation? You should know what is the company, what is the business, and what is the size of company, what are the management, who are the other people. You must search in the LinkedIn, especially for the people who are associated already with the company. You check whether you have any connectivity, where you can get if you're lucky enough, if you have a connection, then it's good. Like, you can just introduce yourself and you can say, yes, I am so and so and so, I'm just got a call, I just need your help in understanding this company. So you can, that's a kind of a good way of knowing about company, because he's already inside. Few companies you do not know what is that. Like, inside, when you go, then you understand. Like, people, when you LinkedIn is a very good professional platform. I believe people don't give any wrong suggestions, wrong information. They're all professional network. 100%, I believe, like, wherever I get connected or wherever people connect me, it's a very, very fair information exchange. It's a very professional network. So you can expect that at least you know about it, what is that, the company and all that. Or you will get good inputs, like, this is how it is, this is how this, you'll know about, actually, when you discuss with an employee of a company, the major benefit is you get to know about the company culture. So the organization culture is one thing which is very, very important for anybody to understand. It is not that the job you match everything, and also then as a HR, what we look at the candidates is the fitment of the candidate in the organization culture, because he may be good in all other aspects, but culturally, if that suitability is not there, it's a very high probability that guy may not sustain for a long time. Though we may give an opportunity, but it's difficult to retain.
Correct.
He may be high in talent, high in expectations, where the company may not be fulfilling his aspirations. So there will not be any beneficial for both the company and the candidate. Like, so the fit, the most important aspect in the HR selection process is the organization culture, the fitment of the candidates to the company. The competency, okay, something here and then can be improved. So we have the training system, we have a mentoring system, we can put some additional training sessions and all those things that can be. But culturally, if the guy's mindset is not apt to the organization culture, then it's going to be very, very tough time for the candidate as well as to the organization.
Correct.
Right. So yes, when you understand clearly about this, when you got the call, when you understand, and then when you have to go to the interview and all. So this is, we all know, like we attend a lot of interviews, we just go, but there are it may look very, very simple points or small things, but it makes a very huge difference.
True.
So the first thing is being on time. Being on time, at least in advance. If time is given, at least 10 minutes minimum, he should be there, he or she should be there.
Yeah.
Then what happens, if it is actually feasible, it is 15-20 minutes is more good, because you can just observe the things, you can just see, you can, if it's possible, you can just interact, take a casual chat, and so then you will also be, suddenly you are not entering into the interviewing phase. You are a little settled down. So you are ready for that. Like it is not that hurry you ran for the interview and you are late or something, that your impression is gone. So that is very, very important, is being on time for the interview. And when obviously when you go there, you have to do all this, your biodata filling, the interview assessment forms, all those things and all. You have to be very, very honest in filling your information form.
Yeah.
You cannot bluff anything. You should not bluff anything. So you have to give very true picture, very honestly, whatever the qualification, experiences, whatever your salary, previous organizations. So all these things you have to give a very honest approach. Few things may be bad. See, you may be, there may be a scenario where you are in a higher salary, again you come down to a lesser salary, no issue. Not to just to cover that, you write something else, and then anyway that those things we'll get to know in companies. HR has its own validation process system. We can know everything. If something where we feel doubt, like there are all systems are there, background verification systems and everything is there. So being honest, being realistic to the so that is very important. When you fill the application, you should be very, and you must not cut, you must not overwrite. So it should be, you have to be cool, composed, and you write patiently, you write all the details. Only write to the information what it is asked. Don't write stories. Nobody is interested in that.
Point to point.
In the form application, what it is asked, you just have to write it against it. That's all. If it is not applicable, you say not applicable, NA. That's all. So no stories, nothing like overwriting or hurry-burry writing. All these things looks very, very simple, but it matters a lot, because we can know the candidate's mindset, the candidate's psyche, what kind of this person. We can even see by seeing the writing, by cuttings, by putting unnecessary things. We all know, like that is a kind of a scrutiny. So when we see this, we know, like, yes, whether by seeing this we can assess like the character of the person. That is very important. Then in the interview panel, of course, it is it's I don't know, everybody has I think experience, especially for new people. I think new college passed out people and all. I'm sure you have your placement cell, and you get that support from your college or university, like you get this interview processes, how to face the interview, what to speak, what not to speak, and what should be your body language, and all those things. I think every college, universities, they take care of that, and you must be very, very serious about knowing those things and implementing and practicing. So you have to do a mock interviews, practicing. You can sit with your friends and you say, like, as you appeared for interview, and also there is nothing wrong in that. Nobody can just become perfect in one go. So these are the things, if you can just take care of these areas, so your probability of, these are all the things which are in your hands, which are you can do, right? So if you're able to look into these areas, when your probability of getting through will be more. Then there could be, in the organization, depending upon, there will be levels depending upon the companies. If it is a software company, there will be maybe 7-8 rounds, and maybe technical interview, all those stuff. Some, like a medium, normal non-IT companies and all, they will not be much of rounds, maybe 2-3 rounds max will be there. And few companies, so it is depending upon whatever it is there, we have to respect whatever the interview process, and we should be ready for all the rounds with equal enthusiasm and equal interest. So you can't say, like, okay, I'm done with 6 rounds means I'm pro. No. So there's nothing guarantee unless you get your offer letter in hand. So you must be always very, very cautious about you continue the same interest, same enthusiasm till the time you get your offer letter in hand, even the day you join. So that is, so when you can have, when you are real, you will have it. When you are real to yourself, you will have all these things. So you need not to manage anything. So being honest, being real is very, very important in life, not only for the interview, in life, right? Yeah. So depending upon these rounds, like, there could be a panel of interviewers, maybe sometimes it may be a panel of 3 interviewers, maybe 5 interviewers, or maybe levels, like, depending on companies, you will attend one person, and then they will recommend and send to the next level, and then the next level, like that. So whatever it is, so your preparedness should be there, and you should be equally serious in all the rounds, and you must give your best. And when you are speaking the truth, you will speak the same thing if it is asked 100 times. If you're trying to manage bluffing something, it will be caught. So that is, see, I'm not telling like everybody will do this and all, but I'm cautioning, because many people will do it with ignorance. So that is where, with a small mistakes, he will lose the big opportunity. That is what I want to communicate, right? Yeah. So once the interview processor, you got selected, and always you must thank the people when you complete your interview, and you'll be asked anything you want to know. Okay, so that is definitely one question from, if it is a good interviewer, definitely he would ask you anything you would like to know from us, or you want to say anything. So you must use that opportunity. You should not say I'm nothing, right? You should not be nothing. You must have something. You must continue something. You must ask something. Genuinely, you must ask something. If something you want to really know about the company, genuinely you must ask. Or really you want to know about your job role, or how it is going to be after that, and whatever comes with a honest curiosity, whatever, you must ask and thank them. So that is how you have to close the interview. And if you are in touch with the HR department, like who sent interview call letter, you must thank them for the interviews, shortlisting my profile for the. So you are actually making a relationship. See, you getting selected or not selected is a different issue, because that is, which is not in your hands. You have done your bit, right? So the one selection depends on so many factors, like what you said. So there are a lot of candidates. So we will see who are the best, right? And always it is not the guy who is an academically brilliant will get selected. No. So as I told, the organizational fitment is one important aspect. What we see is that. So those things, okay, If you don't even get selected, there's nothing wrong. Like, okay, no problem. You have to have the relationship. So you have to maintain that relationship each place wherever you go, so that whenever there is an opportunity, people will remember and they will call you, or you will get a reference from this company to another opportunity. So that is the thing what you have to. You always believe in making good relationships. It's not that we have entered, oh come on yaar, itna kiya, I have done so brilliant in interview, but this bug has not selected me, so no relation. So that's very, very wrong. Okay, so you will get this, you are destined something, right? You will get. I will give a small example of the people. I don't, many people may be knowing it. Our beloved President of India, Abdul Kalam, his dream was to become an Air Force officer. So he has tried many times to get into Air Force. He was not selected, right? It doesn't mean that he's worthless. His worth is something else. His talent is somewhere else, right? So had he been selected in the defense services, what he would have been? He would have been maybe on the air group captain, or there are higher levels, like maybe an officer, but nobody has achieved much more bigger than that in his life. And his contribution to Indian scientific research and the defense, and it is matchless, right? And similarly, there are a couple of examples where Amitabh Bachchan has tried to get into defense. Shah Rukh Khan tried to get into defense. So they're all not considered because they are not suitable to that role. So you have to have that spirit. It doesn't mean like, wherever we go, we must be selected, we must go. No. You have to understand your skill set, your talent is something else. Maybe you will get a better opportunity or a better position or a better career or something, right? So these are the things as a, as an individual, like these are all the things I am talking about, something as a person, how we have to develop our belief system, right? So
great. I wanted to compliment and supplement Mr. Venu's inputs actually, because I think if the viewers have observed, mostly he's trying to insist on the foundation part. Because if you are going to construct any building or your own independent house or your own shop, the most of your time and most of your amount of investment, 50% would go on your foundation. You go on construct 3 floors or 4 floors or 10 floors. 50% of your entire investment of your entire building, you have to shell it down for your investment on the foundation. So foundation plays very important role. So if you are a fresher, you passed out in 2020 or might be in 2019 or 18 or 17, due to certain reasons, some unavoidable reasons or some certain reasons, you are not employed as of now. You don't try to get into a wrong ways by going and approaching someone for a backdoor jobs. Nowadays, each and every organization is having certain tools and techniques and technologies to trace out your background verification, to figure it out how genuine or how true person you are. Even though you can produce your false pay slips or a form 16 or your offer letter or your relieving letter, you are trying to act smart, but parallelly employers are also smart. They know the moment they do BGV, they can easily figure it out whether your offer letter or your form 16 or your ID card is a fake or not. So don't ever try to get into a shortcut ways, because shortcut makes man's life short. So don't try to get into that way. Give your, especially for the freshers, this message is, if you have not got your first opportunity till now, irrespective of your 2016 or 17 or 18 or 19 or 20 pass outs, try to work on your foundation. And as Mr. Venu was talking about, assess yourself. In the same way, how we are supporting for an IT organization to submit a right resume, we do certain pointers in terms of assessments, whether you are a right fit or not for that given role. Why don't each and every individual do your own assessments? And you can classify your assessments. I'm giving you certain inputs. You can classify your own assessments into 3 segments. And these 3 segments are pretty easy to remember. It is A, B, C. No, everyone in the universe are achievers. Why don't you classify? Why don't you feel yourself as an achiever? And classify and assess. You do your assessments into 3 segments, A, B, C. A stands for academic achievements. You can talk about your projects. You can talk about your percentages, what you got in your 10th class or intermediate or graduation or post graduation. Most of the people I ask, because in every interview there are 2 questions are pretty common from a freshers level to onwards. Particularly if I'm talking about a freshers level, there is 2 things which goes without fail is tell me about yourself and why should we hire you. So whenever I'm asking tell me about yourself, if you're talking only for 10 seconds or 20 seconds just giving your name and your qualification, what already you have mentioned in your resume, that doesn't give me any good impression, right? So once you're attending interview means you have to sell yourself, you have to present yourself, you have to market yourself, you have to position yourself, you have to advertise yourself. Don't assume these are the synonyms only an advertising graduate should do or a MBA marketing graduate should do. No. If you're attending interview means you have to sell yourself, you have to market yourself. There is no other way. So assume first of all you are an achiever and classify your achievements in this segment. Academic achievements, talk about your percentages. The moment someone is asking about business achievements, B stands for business achievements or a professional achievements. If you're an experience holder, you can talk about your past projects or how you did. If you're a fresher, you can talk about your assignments, what you did in your graduation or a post graduation. You can talk about your projects, assignments, paper presentations. There is one nice word in the English which is known as a recommendation or an appreciation. Talk about your projects and state that you got appreciated by your HOD or your faculties present over there. That adds to your point. Your probability increases with some percentage. C stands for your cultural achievements. As Mr. Venu has said, if you're academically doing pretty good, it is not mandatory that you will get a job. No. Organizations want an overall personality. That is only possible provided you are good in education, that is academics. Again, you have implemented some part of your theory in your projects and assignments. Talk about your projects. It communicates to an employer that okay, you're not only a good student, but you have implemented some part of your theory knowledge in your assignments or a projects. Again, if you're going to school and college, don't go only for education. Participate in couple of extracurricular activities. Are you a sports person? Are you an extrovert? Are you an active member of your extracurricular activities? Group songs, solo songs, or you're a part or an active member of a placement committee or a co-curricular committee, or you have participated and organized blood donation camps, plantation camps. If you're a management graduate, I'm sure there are different speakers who normally visit to your institution. There are a lot of roles where people come and introduce about the speaker. After the event, there is one again student will come and give the vote of thanks. This all part and form a personality. So do your self-assessment in terms of academic achievements, in terms of a business achievements, in terms of a cultural achievements. Why I'm asking you guys to do self-assessment? Because again, the next question, which is mandatory, why should we hire you? So whenever I'm asking to most of the students, why should we hire you? They have a point blank. Either they will see on the floor or they see the top fan. When you do your self-assessment in terms of academic achievements, in terms of a business achievements, in terms of a cultural achievements, I am sure you have an answer whenever anyone is going to ask you, why should I hire you? It could be through Skype or a face-to-face or through on a telephonic. This question goes without fail. Self-introduction, if they're asking, talk about yourself at least not less than 5 minutes to 6 minutes. That comes to around 480 to 500 seconds. You have to prepare and practice, and you should have a grip to talk about At least about yourself. You are grown up baby, 22 to 23 years from your birth, you become a graduate. Can't you speak about yourself for 5 minutes? You have to prepare the chart. You have to prepare practice. I'm sure you can talk about that. And parallelly, once you're doing your self-assessments into 3 segments, academic achievements, business achievements, and cultural achievements, I'm sure you're working towards the answer on why should we hire you. So these 2 questions, once you're ready, I'm sure your probability to get into next round and next round will be increased. And without, by default, whenever you are facing an interview, you are marketing yourself, you are advertising yourself, you are selling yourself, you are positioning yourself. So don't forget those things, and network as much as possible, virtually if possible. Network as much as possible. Parallel, if you are going for any wedding parties or birthday parties or any NASCOM events, Confederation of Indian Industry, or any TIE chapters conduct lot of events. Network as much as possible, make the noise as much as possible. Ask what exactly is required whenever you meet any new person in any of the virtual industry or any of the physical networking events, wherever he is happening. Utilize that time and groom yourself in that way, because that's the foundation. That's, you cannot avoid those questions. Tell me about yourself, you cannot avoid. Why should we hire you, you cannot avoid. So those 2 questions are like a starting and ending point of an interview, and every presentation, starting point and ending point plays very important role. So in every interview, this point, self-introduction and why should we hire you, goes hand in hand. Lot of candidates are having challenges in preparing these answers. So once you prepare, there are lot of things are available on Google, lot of things are available on YouTube. I personally do a lot of YouTube videos where we share these kind of things. So a lot of things are available on your click of mouse on your Android phone or iOS phone. Utilize your time to learn as much as possible virtually, implement yourself, and give a good shot. I'm sure you're going to hit the ground soon.
Yeah, that's a very valuable suggestion and even the guidance to the people. To add on to that, those 2 questions, of course, what you said is usually they're the critical, and people look for how the candidate is going to react. And in addition to that, there are few more usual questions, like, in any interview you'll face something: what is your strength and what is your weakness? So this is the most important phase of the interview. So it is the opportunity, the interviewer is giving you an opportunity to talk about your strength, talk about your what you are good at, right? And what you can do. So that is the opportunity. You must grab it. You must actually use this opportunity, and that is the very, very important phase of the interview. And so you must give that confidence that yes, I have these many things, and only one confidence what you have to give: I can handle any situation. I can handle the things under pressure. I have been doing it. And you have to quote a few of the instances in your previous experience where you have handled those kind of situations and successfully you have come out. So those are the things. If it is not that key, I have every time, okay. If you relate to the situations where you have contributed, where you have done, where you have exceeded the expectations of the company or where, so that is going to help you a lot. The part what comes next is your weakness. So people usually, the moment people actually don't like to listen to this first thing. So people don't in not only in the interviews, even in other normal way of life also, if somebody asks what is your weakness, nobody would like to discuss it. And everybody, we all feel that we don't have any weakness, but definitely as we have strengths, definitely we have weaknesses. We will have weaknesses because we are all human beings, right? So identifying your weakness, your self weakness. That is one important thing. What actually, see, what interviewer wants to know is that it is not something bad about you, right? Whether you have that insight to know about yourself, what you are lacking, and what you honestly confess it, and you want to submit the thing what it asks, the way it is required. And also the interviewer expects how you want to overcome that weakness. So if you are able to manage these two questions well, your probability is very, very high. Because see, the interviewing pattern changes from company to company, and the industry to industry, and the person to person. Okay, but so as sir told, it is they are the usual questions, like you must prepare yourself very well, like given a situation like this is what it is. So that gives you, once you answer these two questions confidently, you will be very confident. So that is one thing. And see, when something is discussed in interview about the salary or the perks, whatever it is there, you see, if you are writing something in your resume or your interview assessment, interview information form, you're say negotiable, flexible, or you put some figure. So you must be honest with that. You write something and you speak something, it doesn't actually match. So that's what I've been telling since beginning. You have to be very, very honest in the interview, not an interview. So you are, so when you make yourself, your character, behavior, so these are all the required, these are all the life skills required, not only as an employee, as a good human being. So we play a lot of roles in our day-to-day life. Your husband, your son, your brother. Okay, so many. You're a friend. Okay, so your character or your personality should be consistent, and people should know immediately. They should recollect the moment somebody listens your name so and so. So people should get the picture, and that picture should not change, according the days, months, and all. So one thing is that if you are able to see that area, you are going to be successful in life, whatever you do. So that the character and the value system, which is very important, is value system. In when you come to the work, when you deal so many things, as the positions you come in the hierarchies and all, so you get to see a lot of scope and opportunities to do wrong things. So if you are not practicing your values, and you are not uh, like believe, you are keeping up your belief system all the times, there is no guarantee for anybody to hold that position, or anything could happen. So that is one thing. Like, there will be a lot of scopes and opportunities, and people will be earning money and doing this and so on. These are all trash. They're not going to achieve anything. Take it for granted. People earning money in wrong ways, wrong practices, or they are not the achievers at all. They may be earning money, but they're not the good human beings. So never uh, never compare yourself with somebody and some material things and all. So you always have take pride for the things what you do. Earn things at your own. You enjoy that. So that is what the real success. So it doesn't mean like if you are a small salary, whether you are happy or not. That is the most important thing. If you're on a big salary, you're getting so much things, but your mind is bothered, all the days time, and you can't sleep properly. Then what is the use of it, right? So what I mean to say, the character, behavior, and the value systems are most important thing for anybody to succeed in life. Success has no definition. Success is, as recently the Telugu movie said, success has no destination. Huh? It is. It's a journey. Success is a journey. So life is a journey. So when you are practicing these things, success bound to happen with you. So when you are believing this, you are already a success person, right? So these are the things which matters a lot, and these are the things. Maybe you are now an young chap, but the value system what you are going to practice today, you are going to give to your kids, your generations to come. So this is what the legacy ought to pass on. So that is very, very important thing. That's what as a human beings, what we understand is this: the comparisons, the lucrative things. So you have to have that sense what is right, what is wrong, and always your comparison is with you versus you. There is nothing like you versus somebody else.
You have to compete with yourself.
Yes, that is the real competition. How you are making yourself better than yesterday, today, what you are making, what you are improving, what you are gaining, how the way you are helping people. Okay, so these are the things to be practiced. And we have all seen, at least after this COVID, we have all seen the money. Yes, money alone doesn't give anything, doesn't guarantee anything. So always remember to have good relations, good family, good friends, and you should be able to talk to anybody anytime. That is the real success. So whether you are able to create that impact within your circles, yes, you are successful. Today, maybe a crores of rupees may not work, but a simple phone call can work. So this happens when you have good relationships, right? So that's what I mean to say. Like when you have to see as life as understand what is the philosophy and what is the objective, and a running race is not the life. Comparing with others is not the life. And it is always knowing yourself and organizing yourself. So these are the two things which will take you a long time, long run, and you will be able to do some some good things in life, and would be able to contribute something to the society and to the country. Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's pretty good, valid points Mr. Venu has made. So I believe viewers, I believe you people have taken the notes on those inputs what we both have shared, and do let us know on the comment section like what points you liked most, or any specific area where you wanted some more in depth or anything. Do let us know in the comment section. And if you feel this video can help someone, some job seeker can help, if the video is helpful for any job seeker, do share it with your known people, those who are struggling hard to find their first job. I am sure the kind of inputs that we have shared, we tried our level best to share those kind of inputs in the given amount of time. I'm sure if you people are not only hearing this video or listening this video, but take out those inputs, work around it, because whatever we have said, I think in total experience of Mr. Venu has around 23-24 years of experience. I have around 20 years of experience. So this entire video is talking about around 42 to 44 years of our core experience. We have seen past markets, this market, even during COVID market. So we are sharing our best practices for a job seeker to get their first job in this pandemic dynamic virtual world actually. So if you're working on towards the inputs what we have shared, we both come from a different background but from the same HR gamut. So I'm sure you're taken the inputs, work around it, and any doubts or anything you can let us know in the comment section. Might be if it is required to do one more video on these areas, definitely we'll try to take some time out of it and try to address your queries. But you should be serious. It is not a one way kind of a traffic that we are talking and you people are listening. You have to really work towards it for your betterment of your life, for your family's good security, for your betterment, for your best, to become a good citizen of your life. You need to work around on the inputs of it.
Yeah, thank you for that. And apart from this, like I think we have slightly deviated from the main subject and all, but I always feel this is very important because this is the basis. Okay, so I hope it made some sense, and also I would like to help anybody looking for anything on the job related. Like I have a lot of HR circles. If anybody is looking for jobs, of course you can reach out me. You can send your profiles. You can note down my mail ID. It is SAJJA Sajja Venu at gmail.com. And you guys can connect with me on LinkedIn. If my profile Venugopal S, if you type Venugopal S, you will get the LinkedIn profile. I am currently heading the HR of Pragati Group and also at the business strategy. And yeah, I would like to connect with the people, and I would love to contribute in any way, like anybody looking for this help, and anytime for any guidance or any internships, or you're looking for something new thoughts, or something on the entrepreneurial thoughts, I'm always open, and I do a lot of groundwork, and I'm also involved in a lot of activities of Pragati Group, which we are doing a lot of greater good to the society. So you would know all Pragati Resorts has about 3.5 million trees, and we are promoting the Indian Vedic way of living, having deshi cows, and we also do the organic farming, and we have Ayurvedic products which are purely made out of the ingredients which are grown in Pragati, and they are not at a scale, but they are limited in the production, but it's very, very effective. And you're all welcome to visit the beautiful Pragati Resort. And yeah, for any time I'm reachable. You guys can connect with me on LinkedIn, and we will take forward what other way, right? So thank you very much, Dr. Ankam sir. Can we have you here?
Hi viewers, I hope you enjoyed this session. So for this, if you have any doubts, or any clarifications, Mr. Venu is with us. You can reach him on his LinkedIn website. The mail ID which is given out there on screen. And you can reach Mr. Shankar also. Shankar, could you announce your mail ID or phone number?
Yes.
To all viewers?
Yeah, my mail ID is Shankar, SHANKAR, Shankar.achievements, ACHIEVEMENTS@gmail.com. And I help a lot of candidates in terms of getting the internships. You can call me if you have any doubts in that, or if you're struggling hard to find internships or jobs or any challenges in terms of resume or LinkedIn. You can take my number. It is 9849599506. I repeat, 9849599506. And if you are there on LinkedIn, you can connect to me. You can send me a LinkedIn request to P as a Pune, V as Vellore, U as umbrella, PVU Shankar, SHANKAR. If you have a LinkedIn account, you can send me the invite. If you don't have a LinkedIn account, create a LinkedIn account. Then you can send me a request, so that at least you can get into a LinkedIn account and you can start growing.
Hi viewers, I hope you enjoyed the session. If you like the video, subscribe the channel or share it to the other people, those who are in need of job. As Venu sir said, this is nothing you are going to adopt it. The values, the ethics, what you are practicing from your childhood will help you to get a job. That's what Venu said. So the practices, what you are doing. So while applying for a job, the main focus today is done on job description. So without saying the job description, people are applying for the jobs. And as Shankar said, people are going to the companies, but they don't know what company it is.
They don't do any research.
Yeah, without knowing the company's website, without knowing the company's job nature, without knowing the company's services, people are stepping into the companies. So if they ask, when they go to the companies, ఒకసారి లోపలికి వెళ్ళగానే నువ్వు మాకు ఎలా ఉపయోగపడతావు అని అడిగితే వాళ్ళకి కంపెనీ గురించి తెలిస్తే కదా ఎలా ఉపయోగపడతారో వాళ్ళకి చెప్పడానికి. కంపెనీ గురించి ఎవరు చూడరు. ఒకవేళ నువ్వు మాకు ఎలా ఉపయోగపడతావు అని అడిగితే వాళ్ళ గురించి వాళ్ళే తెలుసుకోవాలి.
పైన కింద చూస్తారు.
ఇక్కడ ఏం జరుగుతుంది అంటే శంకర్ గారు చెప్పినట్టుగా నువ్వు మాకు ఎలా ఉపయోగపడతావు అంటే మెట్లు ఎక్కి రావడానికి ఉపయోగపడతాను అన్నట్టుగా పైకి కిందకి అభ్యర్థులు చూస్తున్న రోజు. ఏ ఇంటర్వ్యూ దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళినప్పుడైనా ఒక కంపెనీ మిమ్మల్ని రిక్రూట్ చేసుకునేటప్పుడు ఏ యాంగిల్స్ చూస్తాయి, మాకు ఇది కావాలి అని వేణు గారు గంట బలంగా చెప్తున్నారు. అవి కొత్తగా ఏం లేవు సార్ చెప్పింది. దీస్ ఆర్ ఆల్ ఓల్డ్ ప్రాక్టీసెస్. మన భారతీయ జీవన విధానంలో, జీవన గమనంలో ఏవైతే ఇమిడి ఉన్నాయో వాటిని వెస్టర్న్ పీపుల్ కూడా లైక్ చేస్తున్నారు. నీకేమున్నాయి అవే చెప్పమని అడుగుతున్నారు. సో దట్స్ వాట్ నేను రివీల్డ్ టుడే. I really enjoyed the session by sitting there. Really sir, కొత్తగా ఏమైనా చెప్తారనుకుంటే లేదు ఇవే మాకు కావాలని మీరు చెప్తున్నారు. సో పీపుల్ ఇవే కావాలి అని వాళ్ళు తెలుసుకోవడానికి కొంత టైం పట్టచ్చు. సో లైక్ ద ట్రైనర్స్, ద మాస్టర్ ట్రైనర్స్ లైక్ అవర్ శంకర్ ఆల్సో ఆల్వేస్ సేయింగ్ ద సేమ్ థింగ్. ఆయన ఎప్పుడు చెప్పినా he says the thing in a different way again. మళ్ళీ సార్ ఇలా కాదు, మాకు ఇలా ఉండాలి, ఇలా కాదు ఇలా ఉండాలి చెప్తున్నారు. ఎక్కడ ఒక పుస్తకంలో ఎండమూరి వీరేంద్రనాథ్ గారు చెప్పిన ఒక విషయాన్ని మళ్ళీ గుర్తు చేస్తారు. ఒక అభ్యర్థి ఒక ఇంటర్వ్యూకి వెళ్ళినప్పుడు ఇంటర్వ్యూ ప్యానల్లో కూర్చున్నటువంటి ఇంటర్వ్యూ చేసే వాళ్ళు ఏం ఆలోచిస్తారంటే నీకు ఇచ్చే జీతం ఒక్కటే ఆలోచన చేయరు. వాళ్ళు ఏం ఆలోచిస్తారు, నువ్వు కంపెనీలో ఎంతకాలం పనిచేస్తున్నావు, ఎంతకాలం పని చేయగలుగుతావు, పని చేసిన సమయంలో కంపెనీ నీ మీద ఒక 20 లక్షల రూపాయలు ఒక సంవత్సరం పొడవునా ఖర్చు పెడుతుంది అంటే ఆ 20 లక్షల రూపాయల్లో నెలకెంత, ఒక 12 లక్షల రూపాయలు ఖర్చు పెడితే ఒక నెలకి 1 లక్ష రూపాయలు చొప్పున ఖర్చు పెడుతున్నాం. నెలలో 30 రోజులు ఉంటే 5-6 రోజులు సెలవులు మనం తీసేస్తే ఒక 20 రోజుల వర్కింగ్ డేస్ తీసుకుంటే రోజుకి 5,000 రూపాయలు మన మీద కంపెనీ ఖర్చు పెడుతుంది. ఏది జీతాల రూపాయలు 5,000 రూపాయలు మన మీద ఖర్చు పెడుతూ ఉంటే మనం రోజుకి 8 గంటలు పనిచేస్తే 5,000 రూపాయలు రోజుకి 8 గంటలు అంటే గంటకి ఎంత అవుతుంది మనకి? 650 రూపాయలు చేంజ్ వస్తుంది. అంటే గంటకి 650 రూపాయలు. ఒక గంటకి 650 రూపాయలు నువ్వు అక్కడ పని చేస్తున్నావు అంటే పని చేసేటప్పుడు నిమిషానికి ఎంత మనం ఖర్చు పెడతాం? ఒక నిమిషానికి 60 ఒక గంటకి 60 నిమిషాలు ఉంటే నిమిషానికి మనం వాళ్ళు ఖర్చు పెట్టినటువంటి లెక్క ఈ విధంగా ఉంటుంది. ఒక నిమిషం నీ సొంత కాల్స్ మాట్లాడుకోవడానికి ఉపయోగిస్తే నువ్వు ఆ రోజు కంపెనీకి ఎంత లాస్ చేస్తున్నావో కంపెనీ ముందుగానే అంచనా వేస్తుంది. అలాగే లంచ్లో ఎంత టైం నువ్వు కేటాయిస్తున్నావు, లేకపోతే వచ్చిన ఎవరైనా విజిటర్స్ ఆఫీస్కి ఇన్వైట్ చేస్తే ఎంత సమయాన్ని లాబీలో గడుపుతున్నావు, ఇవన్నీ లెక్కలు వేసుకుంటే ఇవన్నీ ఎక్కడి నుంచో మనం కొత్తగా నేర్చుకునేవి కాదు. యాజ్ వేణు సెడ్, దిస్ ఇస్ అవర్ ట్రెడిషన్. మన భారతీయ సాంప్రదాయాల నుంచి మనం ఏదైతే నేర్చుకుంటున్నామో అవి మాత్రమే ఉద్యోగాన్ని తెచ్చిపెడతాయని వేణు యూస్ అగైన్ స్పెసిఫై. లైక్ అవర్ శంకర్ ఆల్సో. శంకర్ గారు ఎప్పుడు మాట్లాడితే విషయాలు చెప్తారు. బాబు నువ్వేం చేస్తున్నావు, నువ్వు మార్కెట్ చేసుకో. నువ్వు ఇంటర్వ్యూకి వెళ్తున్నావు అంటే ఎవరి గురించో చెప్పడం పెట్టట్లా, నీ గురించి నువ్వు చెప్పుకోవడానికి వెళ్తున్నావు. సో బీ రెడీ ఫర్ దట్. ఐ హోప్ ఎవ్రీబడి ఎంజాయ్డ్ ది సెషన్. ఎవ్రీబడి ఎంజాయ్డ్ ది సెషన్. అందరికి నచ్చిందని భావిస్తున్నాం. సో ఇటువంటి సెషన్స్ లో మరిన్ని మన శంకర్ గారు ఏం చెప్పారంటే ఖాళీగా కూర్చోకండి, వెబినార్లో అటెండ్ కండి, ఎక్కడైనా సెషన్స్ ఉంటే వెళ్ళండి, ఫ్రీ సెషన్స్ ఆర్ పెయిడ్ సెషన్స్ వాట్ ఎవర్ ఆర్ దేర్ అన్నింటిని అటెండ్ కమ్మని చెప్తున్నారు. నిజంగా చెప్పాలంటే ఈ రోజు నేను శంకర్ గారు చెప్పిన దాని గురించి కానీ వేణు గారు చెప్పిన చాలా విషయాలు మళ్ళీ నేర్చుకున్నాను. సో యూ ఆల్సో లెర్న్డ్ ఎ లాట్. I hope everybody enjoyed. It is useful to everyone. Thank you very well for sparing your valuable time.
Thank you.
Thank you, Shankar,
Thanks, Andy,
for joining with us. Thank you, sir.